This is a SportDOG 825. This is actually one of my collars. I've been using this off and on for the last 6 months. The 425 is probably one of our most popular collars. This is the big brother of the 425. The 825 has a very similar setup as far as stimulation modes and training options. The difference between them is range. This is a half-mile range system compared to about 500 yards on the 425. So I prefer it, especially for bird dog folks. 500 yards is a little tight for a bird dog in my opinion. And so for not that much more money, you can get the extra range and still have all the same features. The other thing that I like about the 825 is the transmitter's a little bit bigger and it fits in my hand just a little bit better than the 425. I've been happy with the 425, it feels good, but the dial and the size of it is just a little bit better for me. So somebody that's looking for just a little bit more in a collar, this is the route to go. I really like the size of the collar. It's small, it's gonna fit most dogs really well. Exact same size collar as you've got in the 425. So difference in range is gonna be right here in the transmitter. I've been using it, especially on my lab. It covers a lot of different stimulation choices. It's a 7-level collar. It has tone. It also has vibration. And it has the vibration and tone on the dial, which that option allows you to have both tone and vibration at the same time in several different mode setups. And then when you move up to your stimulation levels, you still have tone on the side, but you have stimulation on your dial. I mean, when you're set on a 2, now you've got stimulation. This collar is set up in how it comes out of the box, which is 7 levels of continuous, 7 levels of momentary, and then vibration on the dial and tone on the side. So it covers a lot of different things. And it's right under $200. This is a $199.99 collar. And just a really great all-around system. One of the other features that these have is that the ability to change stimulation on the collar. This is something that SportDOG has that nobody else has. When you buy this collar, you take it out of the box, it's going to be in what's called their medium stimulation setting. If you have a very sensitive dog and you need to turn it down, then they have a low stimulation option. Doesn't change anything on the transmitter, but what it does is it changes the output on the collar. It steps everything down. So for a really sensitive dog, you have that as an option. It's one of the differences between this collar and the higher end units like the 1225 or the 1825. When the 1825 on that collar, you have a low setting, a medium setting, and a high setting. So this is a little bit different in that mode operation from the 1825. The majority of the dogs that I've worked with the SportDOG system, the medium setup works great. Out of all of my dogs, I don't have anybody that uses a low stem setup. I only have one dog that uses a high stem setup. So most dogs are going to get by with a medium, but if you need to dial it down, you've got that as an option. Just an all-around great collar. SportDOG knows how to make dials better than anybody, and that's a big deal for me. If you're used to a dial on a transmitter and you prefer that over some of the newer setups that we have, if the dial is what you're looking for, SportDOG makes the best dials. They feel great, and it's probably my favorite thing about this particular collar. It's just a really well-made dial, and so neat collar. Works really well. I've enjoyed using them.